Hey everybody, Samutari here, and I decided to get a few videos out of the way before I went to Italy. That way I have some things that I can at least put up or do the minute I get back, so that, I've since I've been gone on a hiatus for a week or whatever, you get the deal. So anyways, so today is, Sam talks about Twitch plays Pokemon, and the thing is okay, have you ever sat there and literally held a game of Pokemon, doesn't matter what it is, and said to your friend who was probably sitting next to you and said, hey dude, which way do I go? Should I go up? Should I go left? Should I open my menu? Should I save a game? What do I do? You've never done that, right? If you have, that's pretty bad. So anyways, that is basically what Twitch Plays Pokemon is. You are playing a game of Pokemon, but you are playing a game of Pokemon with people from all over the world. And the thing is they're all telling this game where to go, what to do, how to do it. Yeah, basically, it is chaos. Now the thing is not only is it just you and maybe 10 or 20 other people. No, when I was watching it last night on Twitch, of course, since it's a live stream, it's a constant live stream, there had been over 17 million people visiting that place that particular day. So, yeah, it's not just you. You're playing with, like I said, millions of people from all over the world. Now, this is just, it's crazy. And you would think something like this would be total chaos, right? Yeah, you're right. It is. It is total chaos. I mean, look at this stuff. And basically what it is people write into the chat where the character should go by typing simply up, down, left, right, start, select, etc. And so you can't just say, it's not like a role-playing game where you're Ethan goes to Nugget Bridge, and then he's just I gotta go to Nugget Bridge. No. Basically, it's a battle. It's a battle for cooperation. Anyways, I read up on it last night, but I don't have the facts pulled up right now. But basically, what Twitch Plays Pokemon is it's a social experiment. And it basically is just measuring human cooperation and how, this game could basically just run itself. There's obviously no one looking at the screen going, oh, he said up, he said left. No, it is automatically done via a computer that is running on a certain data script, and it uses the Visual Boy Advance in order to run this emulator. Now, currently, Twitch is playing Pokemon Crystal, but they started out by playing Pokemon Red version. Now, obviously, Pokemon Red version really is not that complicated. Yeah, you have some mazes and stuff, so I don't know how the hell they made it past. But basically, the game was beaten in 16 days after it was started, and that tells you how long it really takes to play this game. Because it's not 16 days as in you and I would do it, where we play for a couple hours, we save it, we turn it off, we turn it on the next day. No, this is 16 full days, non-stop gameplay, people coming in and out of chat, and basically just, yeah. So, most of you Pokemon fans are involved with, not really involved with, but you're very knowledgeable on Pokemon memes. Well, the thing is I'm very slow on these concepts. When a meme pops up, I'm just that's really funny. And I don't really get the whole meme, because I honestly, half the time, I don't know the inside joke. Well, recently, there's been this thing on my Pokepimps group that I run, where everybody says, hail the Helix fossil. And I was just what the hell? And I knew I was missing out on something. And I didn't bother looking it up, because I was I'll figure it out eventually. These things always happen to come to me. Well, I was on Gaia. Yeah, I play Gaia online. I was playing Gaia the other day, and I was on the Pokemon forum, and I came across a girl that had written this post about how Twitch was driving her insane. Well, I thought Twitch was a player. I didn't automatically think Twitch TV. So I click on her forum thing, and she goes, oh my god, Twitch just caught a Goldeen with a Master Ball. This is how frustrated I am. And I was who? And now I'm thinking it's a YouTuber called Twitch, and obviously Twitch caught a Goldeen with a Master Ball. And I'm oh my god. I'm sitting there going, wow, these people are really trying to piss people off, huh? And as I read further down the forum, this lady was explaining what was going on, and she had been explaining that she was watching Twitch.tv, the Twitch Plays Pokemon deal, And when someone didn't understand, when they figured out it was a live stream, but they didn't really understand the concept of it, someone sent them a Wikipedia link, which I followed, which allowed me to read up on it and then allowed me to get involved with it. Now, last night, which you can see, I recorded this stream for you, part of it. I only recorded about 14 minutes of it roughly, but I had to loop it because I couldn't keep recording it, which I don't know because I haven't recorded more of it yet, but I probably will record more of it and put it down here so that you have a little bit of a variety. But anyways, last night when I was watching Twitch TV, and Twitch Plays Pokemon, I was actually at a part where they had just come from the power plant. And, basically, like, they ran into an Electabuzz. And I'm like, oh my god, an Electabuzz. And I was sitting there like, oh, they should catch that. Because their party, I don't really know what's all in their party, but they don't really have a very strong party. And so I was like, oh, an Electabuzz, they should probably catch that. Nope. The trolls made it so that he ran from the Electabuzz. He didn't even try and catch it. And everybody was like, ah. So obviously there are trolls in this feed. There are people that will sit there and press, write the command start. So that every 5 seconds, he's opening his inventory or he's opening his menu and then closing it again. Opening it and closing it. Then you have people that will deliberately write the opposite of where this character should go. So that even though you make some progress, eventually he's gonna walk back and forth. There was a part where he ended up talking to the manager. This is long before I started recording, mind you. There was a part where he was talking to the manager, and he kept talking to the manager of the power plant over and over and over and over and over. And then when he wasn't doing that, he was walking into corners. Now, the mode that they play in is called anarchy mode. And the thing is that means that anybody's commands that are typed in automatically get put into the computer no matter what, and then are executed. Right. So you have anarchy mode, and then you have democracy mode. Now, democracy mode only happens for a certain span of time every hour or so. At the peak of every hour, democracy mode is turned on, and the thing is that's when basically they start tallying up the most popular moves. So obviously if, someone says up 80 times and someone says down only twice, up is going to be the majority command, and therefore up will be listed as the actual command. And you can tell the character how many times to go up. So up 9, or 2, or something like this. Now, if people go anarchy enough times, it switches right back into anarchy mode. And anarchy mode really does not get you anywhere because there are people that do the trolling, as said before. Anyways, going back to the memes though, the All Hail Helix fossil actually came from Twitch TV, Pokemon, or Twitch Plays Pokemon. That actually started there. Because what happened was, in Red version, they kept opening the inventory, and every time they would open the inventory, they would go to the Helix fossil and select it, even though it didn't do anything. And so it kind of became known as a deity after a while, and they kind of imagined that Red was constantly consulting the Helix fossil trying to get advice. So you've also heard about Bird Jesus and the False Prophet. Basically, all these things that have different names that are all tied to the Helix fossil. Well, obviously those come from Twitch Play Pokemon too. Flareon, the False Prophet. Basically what happened was, in the process of evolving an Eevee, the players were talking in chat saying they needed to turn it into a Vaporeon so that it could learn Surf. Well, the thing is trolls, of course, went down, and eventually they chose the Fire Stone over the Water Stone, thus making a Flareon instead, which could not learn Surf, and therefore Flareon was known as the False Prophet. Now, basically their Pidgeotto, or no, their Pidgeot, which eventually had evolved, and it was actually their most successful in battles, because they'd gotten rid of all their other Pokemon on accident, became known as Bird Jesus, and there's something that was called Bloody Sunday, where basically trolls went in, and what happened was Red ended up releasing 12 of his Pokemon, including his Charmeleon. So that means that they played the game without a starter, and they released, like I said, 12 Pokemon in that game, and so it ended up being known as Bloody Sunday. But 16 days to complete this game, full on, continual gameplay to defeat this game. That is a crazy amount of hours. Now, right now, as I said, they're playing Pokemon Crystal. I wish I had been there for when they played Pokemon Red, but I was not. Anyways, they're playing Pokemon Crystal, and they're already up to 253 hours. They're up to 10 days playing. Now, granted, they already have all 8 badges, which is really cool, and they're working on their Kanto badges right now. And in this video, they are trying to find Misty. They made it in the gym, they made it to the back of the gym, only to realize, oh fuck, in this game, Misty's on Nugget Bridge. So they actually could have battled Misty, because they were there. But then they ended up having to go back out of the gym, and they keep walking inside this dude's house, and they just can't get up to Nugget Bridge, because the trolls keep having Ethan walk around and hop over the ledges and walk around again and go inside people's houses, walk around, go out, go back in, and it's madness. It really is madness. And the thing is it is such a rage when you're watching it, because you're like, no, go up. And I swear, even though you can only post every 30 seconds, I just sat there with my laptop and I was like, left, 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 hoping that my frequent spamming of the left button would get them to actually go left. And then when they finally got to a place where they were just so close to Nugget Bridge, I was like, oh, we're making progress. And then he hopped over the ledge, and I was like, you know, and it's crazy, but it's so addicting to watch. You get on there and you really just want to participate, you want to help, and you want to fight against the trolls that are sitting there trying to make this game impossible to beat. And this is why it's such a great social experiment about how video games bring people together and how people can cooperate to actually beat a game, even though circumstances basically said that this game would be unbeatable with this program. Because so far they've made it this far. They will make it to 16 badges, I know. And of course, I have my I will say that they probably will beat this game eventually, in a matter of probably another 10-15 days. So yeah, it's not really that bad, but yeah, it can be very stressful to watch. I mean, obviously, you're not really playing yourself, and so you just sit there and you watch these commands float up the screen, and you sit there and go, we are getting nowhere, because obviously I ended up watching for probably a span of 2 hours, and in that 2 hours, we never left the ring of Cerulean where we were walking around that ledge. And I say we, obviously, because I was trying to help and I was trying to participate. And when Democracy mode came on, I had high hopes, because I'm like, yes, we are finally going to make some progress. But unfortunately, they ended up voting for Anarchy mode again, and we kind of went back to that same little square that we were walking on. Now, granted, like I said, I plan on recording more of this to add into this video, because I'm recording this first before I put on any video in here. So I'm actually getting excited talking about it, because I want to see how much progress they've made, if any, and I kind of want to watch them defeat this, or beat this game, you know, the rest of it, because I wasn't here for the red playthrough. I wish I had been. It's just, this is obviously something that in order to keep up with, you have to be there from the beginning, and even if you're not there from the beginning and someone updates you on the situation, you know, you kind of are missing out, because, you know, you're missing out on a lot. At least I think, because I don't know what the party is. I know that they have a Feraligatr. I'm not sure what else they have, because Ethan, the character Ethan, or the character which, oh my god, I can't even go into the nicknames. Anyways, basically he keeps looking at his Pokedex more than he looks at his party, therefore I have no idea. I assume he does have an Arbok in there, because there was a snake Pokemon, or one of the snake sprites, so I assume he has an Arbok. I know he has a Feraligatr, and then other than that, I have no clue. So yeah, so it's very, very interesting, but like I said, it's something that you kind of have to be there from the beginning. For some people, this might actually be boring. Other people find it very enraging. And while I did find it very enraging, I kind of found it relaxing at the same time. Because this is something that you can just sit there and put on your computer, have all the old music playing, and you can just go about your business for the rest of the day. And you can kind of just forget about this thing, you know? But yeah, definitely something that you should check out. It's twitch.tv/TwitchPlaysPokemon. I hope I have that right. I will leave a link in the description. This is one of my favorite things that I probably have found online, so I'm so glad that I was searching the forums that night while I played Pokemon Y. Definitely a good investment of my time for that night while I was trying to pull an all-nighter, just because it was definitely really, really funny. But anyways, I don't really have anything else I can say. I mean, you've been watching the video the whole time, and you can see that the character's really getting nowhere. Like, you can see how long progress takes, because it's, like I said, it's all about human cooperation. And this kind of proves my theory of there can never be true peace in this world. Like, I hate to shatter everybody's dreams, I hate to get deep about it, but I mean, look at this as an example. The thing is it's a project where people are asked to cooperate. And the minute you ask people to cooperate, there's gonna be people that say, fuck no, I'm going to make sure you open your inventory 80 times, and I'm gonna make sure you jump over those ledges, I'm gonna make sure you catch a Goldeen with a Master Ball. There are people that are going to defy this request, they're gonna defy this system, and they're gonna sit there and say, no, I don't want to do what you tell me. Rather than just let others cooperate, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna mess everything up. Chaos. They want to bring chaos to the system, and therefore, this kind of proves my theory that even if we were in a world where everything was peaceful for a time, there's always gonna come somebody that wants to fuck it up. So yeah. Anyways, I've gone on long enough about this. There's really not much else I can say. I mean, obviously you can download the old red file if you want to watch it, I think. It comes as a .sav file. .save. It's actually not SAVE, it's SAV. But it comes as a .sav file, and the thing is like, I heard you could open it on, you know, freaking Visual Boy Advance, but I couldn't open it. I know that you have to download a program to open it, because most computers don't have the program to run it. I have not opened it yet, because I'm not really sure what it contains, and I don't want to like download any things I don't really know how to use. But yeah, so there's that, and other than that, I don't know if they have a forum where you can keep up with this stuff. I know that reading the description, they don't really keep you updated on the situation, like the party or etc. I know that the timer up top tells you how long they've been playing, but unless you manage to talk in chat and say, hey, what's the party, and someone like replies to you, really, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But if there is a forum that does tell you what's going on and keeps you updated on the situation, please let me know. Write it in the comments below. That way I can check it out, because I do plan on watching this a lot more. I do plan on getting more involved with it. I think it's a very good social experiment. I think it's very fascinating. And I would like to become part of that cult following. Yeah. So anyways, so yeah, this has been Sam talking about Twitch Plays Pokemon. Like I said, right now they're playing Pokemon Crystal, and if they haven't beat Misty already, we are trying to get to Misty so we can beat Misty. So yeah, go ahead and hit like if you think that this is interesting, a good social experiment, and if it's something that you might watch yourself. Also, if you liked me explaining it to you so that you can get involved in this, if you hadn't gotten involved in it already, go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you were watching last night, or let me know if they made any progress. Did we finally beat Misty? Let me know, like, definitely in the comments below. But yeah, just let me know what you think of this social experiment in general. Let me know what you think about, like, just a computer playing a video game like this, and if it's something you would watch, why or why not. Like, you can leave me a comment about anything about this, because it's just so open to discussion. Let me know about your theory of peace, like, if there can really be peace, and if you think that this social experiment proves anything. If you want to get deep and philosophical with me, I mean, that would be great too. But anyway, so yeah, so like, comment, and feel free to subscribe to my channel if you want. I don't always do these Sam Talks things. Obviously, I do playthroughs and walkthroughs and Let's Plays. I do all sorts of things that have to do with video games. I'm not always good at them. Sometimes I suck at them. I don't have my own video game playthrough up yet of Pokemon, but I do plan on having those in the future, if you must know. Anyways, so this has been Samatari talking about Twitch Plays Pokemon, and I am out. I will be taking a 2-week hiatus because I will be going to Italy. And anyways, so yes, this is Sam out, and I will talk to you guys later. Alright, ciao you guys.